Schilling and the SportsCenter Showcase highlight with the beat writers. That would be a Rubio Durazo getting robbed by Eduardo Perez over to Garrett Stevenson. In the bottom second, more defense from the Redbirds.
Standing room only crowd. High fly ball hit well. Center field. Finley at the wall, and he got it. Finley takes away a home run.
Take another look. Same thing, only slower. Finley there at the wall. He's a good player. Top third, 2 outs, runner on first. Tony Womack shoots one to the right side. Perez got it. Stevenson covering again. That's why he worked on it in spring training. Ends the inning. Top 4, 1 out, bases loaded for Arizona. Rubio Durazo. Not this time. Going to shoot one to the opposite field. Can't pull everything. Got to go with a pitch sometime. He's going to score. Logo, Fins, 2-0 Diamondbacks. Next batter, Danny Bautista. Going to need new lumber. A little broken bat single. Going to score Matty Williams. Renteria gets there. Infield single, can't make a play. 3-0 D-backs. Bottom 5th, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Edgar Renteria stealing third and now walking home after Kelly Stinnett with the bad throw. Cards trailing 3-1. Runners on the quarter. Eduardo Perez on the right field line. And how about Bautista coming up with the great catch to end the inning. Bottom 6, 1 out, runner on first. Mike Matheny, nobody going to get this one. Off the unit, 2-run shot, 4th of the year. Got ourselves a 3-3 ball game. Still in the 6th, 2 outs. The base is chucked. The spring guy, Russ Springer, to Fernando Tatis, who hits the money ball. His 4th career grand slam. 2 in 1 inning and then 2 in the rest of his career. 13th of the year. 6 in the 6th for the Redbirds. They win at 7-3. You hate to be a wet sock, though, but here it is. Mark McGuire said Tuesday he'd consider undergoing surgery before the season ended.
In the last 12 games, Sheffield is hitting .400 with 7 homers and 13 RBIs. Said Skip Davy Johnson, he's been carrying us. As for the Rocks, just 3 wins in their last 19. Rockies up 4-1. Masato Yoshida, Sean Green, right through Mike Lansing's legs. That's rare. Gary Sheffield to third. Could have been a DP. Instead, first and third, nobody out. And would the Dodgers take advantage? Eric Caro showing off his woodwork. A 3-run home run. It was his only hit of the game. 27th home run on the year for Caros. We tied at 4. Same score, top 8. Jose Jimenez pitching, bases full, 2 out. Adrian Beltre. Up the middle, 1 for 4. 2 RBIs, hitting .268. Hollinsworth and Gary Sheffield would score. Dodgers lead now 6-4. The Rockies, though, have runners on first and second, bottom 9. The bunt by Nefe Perez. Beltre fields and gets the out. Dodgers win. 8 wins in 11 games for the Dodgers, despite Gary Sheffield going 0 for 2 with 2 walks, although he is hitting .340. Dodgers now just 2.5 behind the D-backs. Eric Owens facing Kirk Reeder. Owens. Liner. Gonzalez is coming home. That's Wiki Gonzalez. Barry Bonds throw on the money. Gonzalez is out. Like there was any question. Score stays 2-1 Giants. 6 runners on first and second. Al Martin. He had 2 hits. He's hitting .304. Ellis Burks mishandles it. Ryan Klesko and Phil Nevin would score. 3-2 San Diego. Burks with the error on that play. It was still 3-2 in the 9th. Padres with a runner on third. Felipe Kessler pinch hitting, but not well against Trevor Hoffman. Next batter, Russ Davis. Hoffman induces Davis to pop up to Brett Boone. Save number 24 for Hoffman. The Padres win, beating the Giants 3-2. San Diego snaps a 3-game home losing skid. First pitch he saw against Gil Heredia, he does something with it. Are we shocked? No. A-Rod, who turns 25 Thursday, drills it. M's tie the game at 1. Bottom 4, Heredia facing Jay Buhner. Long driver. Home run number 17 for Bone. It gave the Mariners a 4-2 lead. Top of the 5th, one of the big leaders for Oakland. We're talking about the man at the plate, Jason Giambi against Aaron Seeley. Giambi making Hulk Hogan proud. Number 25 on the year. He's hitting .335 as Giambi. Ace tie the game at 4. Top of the 7th, 1 run already across. Seeley facing Matt Stairs. Good placement, opposite field. That scores Giambi. The A's would score 4 in the inning. They'd grab an 8-4 lead on Seattle. Bottom 8 now. Jason Isringhausen facing Jay Buhner with 1 on. And Buhner about to make some personal history. I believe it's time for him to fly. Home run number 300 of his career, 2nd of the night. Mariners cut the lead to 8-7. Bottom 9, Henderson on 2nd. A-Rod, big moment, good drama facing Izzy. Rodriguez likes this pitch. A few more inches and perhaps it would have gone foul. A's win 8-7. Oakland now 4 games back of Seattle.
and Bill Hasselman doing the duties. Bottom first, Rafael Palmeiro off Angel starter. Seth Etherton is 26, 387th of his career. 2 behind Johnny Bench, the Binger Bangers, 3-1. Top 4 Angels down 5-2. Garrett Anderson, no relation. Plus, of course, this one goes out of the park onto the lawn, is 29th. Angels down 5-3. Top 6 Angels down 1. Runner on second for Darren Erstead. You have to go to great lengths to get this guy out, and then it still doesn't help. Gabe Kapler, nice effort. Scott Spezio scores. Game tied 6-6. Bottom 8, still a half dozen each. Billy Hassman, 2 for 4, filling in for Pudge. Troy Gloss gets away from him. Scarborough Green going to go the last 90 feet. Rangers lead at 7-6. Top 9. Texas up 9-6. John Wetland trying to close it down. Darren Erstead, a homer shy of the cycle, and he gets a little air under it, but he will have to settle for just going 3 for 5 and having 166 hits on the season. After blowing his 6th save on Monday, Wetland does the job on Tuesday.
Glendon Rush just playing games with Milton Bradley, and then getting Jeff Bloom, who went 0 for 4, and also going 0 for 4, Chris Widger. Rush would strike out 5 in the game, looking for his first win in 5 starts. Mike Piazza reaching out and finding some space. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, giving the Mets a 1-0 lead. Piazza hitting 350 right now. The NL hits leader, Jose Vidro, grounding to Todd Zeal, firing home to Peter Bergeron. You know, it's not pretty sometimes for Piazza, but he gets it done. Rush still in trouble, bases full, 1 out, facing Jeff Bloom. Melvin Mora. All right, don't rip Melvin Mora. That was a nice play to Fonzie. Rush goes scoreless in 7. Later in the game, Expos dugout seemed amused by. Do that imitation with a cat again, John. Okay, good. You know, that's hard to duplicate. Mets win.
Braves, top of the 6th, bases loaded, no one out for Florida's Mark Smith. Smith, back to Glavine, who throws home for the force. Bases still loaded for Mike Redmond, but Glavine makes a great defensive play to get out of the inning. Mike
Redmond, 14 for 20 lifetime against Tom Glavine. Watch the pitch location by Tommy, outside corner. Great play, but look at Redmond running inside the line. Boy, that's a free play for a catcher, and a catcher should know that. You got to run right on the line. Anything to the inside part, interference, free shot, hit him in the back.
That was the call. Bottom of the 6th, 2 on, 2 out. You sound like you've done that. Javi Lopez in the 3-3 game, and Lopez liftoff. Out and gone. His 16th of the year. The Braves take a 6-3 lead. Bottom of the 7th, Brian Jordan at the plate with the sacks juiced. Grounds one to the hole. Derek Lee, nice stop. Jordan hustles, but he's out. Marlins get out of the inning, but Jordan hurt himself right down the line.
Steps on the foot of Braden Looper and turns his ankle. Now, Brian Jordan may have to have surgery on 1 or 2 shoulders after the season. Oh, boy, he's had a tough year. Twisted his knee, hurt his ankle. He is a beaten-up guy.
He's a tough guy, though. He will play as long as he possibly can. Top of the 9th, 6-4 Atlanta. Kerry Lightenberg, not John Rocker, in to close it out. And Cliff Floyd says, not at my at-bat. Sends the pitch over the wall. His 18th homer, cut it to 6-5, no one out. 2 outs now. Mark Smith at the plate, tying run at 3rd, and Lightenberg blows the fastball right by him. So it got a little tight, but the Braves win at 6-5. Glavine allowed 11 hits, all singles. He wins his 5th straight start. The Braves go. This is Tom Prince.
It's not silly catchers, it's the silly placement of the cameras. Look at this.
Quietly.
Boom.
Take another listen to this.
Elbow shot. That's going to leave a vicious mark.
That's going to leave a mark. Yeah, Cubs up 3-0. Randy Wolf on the mound, and Ricky Gutierrez drives one to center field. Doug Glanville, he's an Ivy League. Makes the very nice catch. Next batter, Mark Grace, drives one down the right field line. And it's gone for a solo shot, Peter. His 8th of the year. Cubs up 4-0. Bottom 5, Phillies down 6-2. John Lieber on the mound for Scott Rowland, and Rowland golfs this one to center. Damon Buford, whoa, if I was only 7-3. Mickey Morandini comes in to score. Head first even. Phillies cut the lead to 6-3. Bottom 7, Phillies down 6-5. Tim Worrell in relief. Runners on the cone as Enrico Bronya slaps the single to left. Now here, a fan interferes with the ball, and it's ruled a ground rule single. Runners must stay at first and second, but Rowland scores to tie the game at 6. And then Chris Brock in relief, and Damon Buford drives one to left center. Glanville can't catch that one, even though he is an Ivy Leaguer. Gary Matthews Jr. scores. Buford a stand-up triple. And the Cubs hang on to win 8-7. They have now won 4 in a row and 9.
Jays, top 2 fielding teams in the big leagues, but this is at the bat. Roberto Alomar off Kelvin Escobar. 10th of the year for Robbie. 2-run shot, 2-0 Indians. Not bad for coming back with missing 4 games with a sore ankle. Bottom second, still 2-0, and you just let the defense wash over you. Omar Vizquel to Robbie Alomar, 93rd double play for the Indians this season. Bottom 4 now 3-0. Carlos Delgado, he's going to close the gap. He was 3 for 3, 2-run score in this one. He's got 92 ribs, cuts the lead to 3-2. Top 8 still 3-2. Vizquel shoot one down the right field line. Kenny Lofton will score, and all 7 Indians touch home in the 8th. Vizquel, Alomar getting it done. Indians went up 4-2 and win it by a count of 10-3. Indians reached double digits for the 2nd time in 23 games. And the team reached an agreement on how to finance a new Fenway Tuesday, but Twins Red Sox had to play at the Old. Bases loaded. Corey Koski. Monday, his teammates wouldn't help him out, let him fall in the dugout. Didn't hold a grudge. Gets himself a base hit. Matt Lawton, Ron Coomer scored 3-0 Twins. Jeff Fry against Joe Mays. Matt Lawton giving some effort. Good hustle. Look out for the bikes. He's got it. Fry, you're out. Bottom 9, 4-2 Twins. No more. Another base knock. 2 for 4 for the 21st time this season. He's hitting .391. Next batter, Troy O'Leary. Troy Franklin O'Leary, you get in this house right now. 6-4-3 double play. Tom Kelly and the Twins win it back down to 4-2. Some love for Joe Mays. 7 hits, 2 runs, 7 Ks, and 7 innings.
The Yankees getting advice from Don Zimmer. Paul O'Neill, I don't think he needs any advice. Against Scott Erickson with 2 men on. O'Neill out of the island and into the highway. His 13th home run of the year, 6 RBIs, 4 for 5 for O'Neill. 8-0 Yanks, top of the 6th. A man on for Derek Jeter. I guess this was the advice. Hit it deep. His 10th home run of the year is Jeter Jimmy Jackson. 10-0 Yanks as Jeter's now hit safely in 13 straight games. 12-0 in the 7th. Burn, baby, burn, Bernie Williams. His 9th career grand slam, 22nd home run of the year. Stop the bleeding, please. The Orioles' pen gives up 11 earned runs in 5 innings. Other than that, they're just fine. Yanks go on to win 19-1. Besides O'Neill and Jeter going deep, Clay Bellinger did the same, and so did Ryan Thompson.
Brewers, Pirates, great pitching matchup. Chris Benson and Jeff D'Amico. Top 1 runner on. Benson facing Charlie Hayes. You can't look at Charlie Hayes and not do a Harry Kalas. Got him striking out. Ends the top of the 1st. Bottom 5, 2 outs, now tied at 1. D'Amico to Jason Kendall. Kendall liner to left. Jeff Jenkins not pictured. Oh, there he is. Finally shows up just in time to make the catch. Bottom 6, D'Amico really on it, Mike.
Yeah, how about this guy? 1.77 ERA right now. Outstanding breaking ball. Look at the torque on that pitch. Unhittable ball.
Bottom 8, still 1-1. Warren Morris off D'Amico, and Morris drive to center field. Marquise Grissom got into the frame much quicker, and so the catch was easier than Jeff Jenkins. Still pretty good. D'Amico, 9 innings, giving up 1 run, striking out 3. Top 9, Benson still throwing well, Peter.
Well, how about this? Both guys finishing up through the 9th inning. Benson in the 9th inning. Look at this. Bam. Curveball down. Jeremy Burnett strikes him out. 9 innings, 9 Ks, 1 earned runs. Boy, what a matchup.
Top 11 now. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Jose Hernandez into right field off Jason Christensen. Jeff Jenkins and Hayes come in to score, making it 3-1 in favor of the Brewers as the ball gets away from Kendall. Bottom 11, 1 on, 1 out. Bob Wickman to Brian Giles, and Wickman struck him out with the breaking ball. And the Brewers go on to win. The final score 4-1. D'Amico is ridiculous. 9 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run. He's 4-0 with a .45 ERA. Division, the Astros taking on the Reds, and one of the reasons they are struggling this year, Jose Lima, looking for his 3rd win in 3 starts, though, Peter.
Well, Jose Lima, you know, when he drops his arm angle and does not get the ball down there, we saw it. Chris Steins, high fastball, gets it out shortest arms in baseball. Next batter, he walks Barry Larkin on 4 pitches. And then he tries to throw a changeup. When that arm starts dropping, he doesn't get the tilt on his changeup. He leaves him over the plate. And Junior goes to Kentucky.
All the way. His 31st, 3-0 Reds. Top 8, 2 outs. Astros down 4-3. Mitch Molesky doubles to the gap and right off Scott Sullivan. Julio Lugo trying to score from first, and he will be in there. And this is a brand new ball game, tied at 4. Astros trying to come back for the 2nd straight night at Synergy. Top 9, runner on first for Jeff Bagwell, and Jeff Bagwell has just released his inner child. Deep to center field, over the wall, a 2-run shot, his 27th. The Astros go up 6-4. Same inning, 2 outs. Chris Truby. High fly to shallow center, and Griffey obviously lost this in the lights. He's looking for help from the infielders. Never really had it. It drops. Hidalgo comes in to score. The Astros go up 7-4, and Griffey normally makes that catch no problem, Mike.
He does, but you see the hard swing on an elevated pitch to Truby. He broke back at the start and then got caught in no man's land. Still trying to find it. Comes up with a good throw, but just a little bit too late.
That's kind of a man bites dog story when he has anything go wrong in the outfield.
Right.
No, I said that once to somebody, and they had no idea what I meant by man bites dog, so I'm glad you understand it. It's the opposite of what you normally expect. Dog bites man. Peter Gammons knows everything. The Astros win it 7-4. They scored 6 runs over the final 3 innings.
His and other defense. Here, Johnny Damon leads off with a bunt, picks it up, has to hurry. Now throws it by Paul Konerko, and Damon goes around to second. Still in the first, Jermaine Dye up. He hits the ball back to Parquet, and but Ray Durham makes a terrific play to back him up. He gets out without a run.
He sure does. Bottom of the second, Herbert Perry. Big arms. Out to right. 7th home run of the year for Perry, and the White Sox lead at 1-0. Top 4 White Sox still leading. Jermaine Dye up 1 on, and Jermaine Dye, you know, he's an all-star.
Effortless swing. The ball just explodes off his bat.
24th, Royals lead 2-1, and then Jeff Supan getting himself into a little bit of an itchy situation, right?
Well, you know, it's trying to pitch inside. You see Hector Ortiz setting up in. Again, that's up around the base area. Batters don't like it. I'm sure Jeff Supan's not doing it. He's just trying to work inside a little bit. That one bounces off the helmet a little bit. But again, Herbert Perry just took him deep, trying to work him inside. You just don't want to elevate up in the head area.
And after a Brooke Fordyce 4-pitch walk, Ray Durham, 4-6-3 double play. Supan, despite his own troubles, gets out of the inning. Top 6, Jermaine Dye, deja video. He's just being redundant. His 2nd home run of the game. Royals go up 4-1. They go on to win it by the final of 6. Still thinking about being in the highlights. Russ Johnson up against Willie Blair, no score. Johnson flies one down the right field line, but Rich Becker slides in and makes the very nice play to prevent extra bases. And Debbie Cruz, batting cleanup for the first time, takes the Steve Traxel pitch into the corner and left. Greg Vaughn can't make the play. 2 runners score. Cruz ends up with a triple, and the Tigers lead 2-0. Willie Blair pitched a great game, and he got some great help defensively, Peter.
Well, he did. He raised it down 3-1 in the 4th inning. Greg Vaughn up.
Willie Blair delivered.
And Willie Blair gets him to fly out.
Fly ball into the left, a bit toward the line for Higginson, who is there.
Bobby Higginson, who has come back and had a tremendous year. Then 2-2 pitch to Jose Canseco. Tries to play slow pitch softball and flies out. And then Steve Cox bounces it up the middle. Willie, nice play.
Always nice when you can call your own rumble. Top 5, Blair looking for some more help from his defense. John Flaherty chops one down the 3rd base line. Shade Halter gets there and makes the play. And even more good defense behind Blair.
Now, John Flaherty up, hits the ball to 1, and Carnacion is really starting to play well for them. Moves up, makes a catch, fires to the plate. Fred McGriff, done.
That was a pretty good slide, too, but a great throw by Encarnacion. And the Tigers go on to win this one by the final score of 6-4. Traxel has now lost his last 5 starts. First ever time Davy Cruz hitting cleanup, 2 for 4, a 2-run triple. Willie Blair, 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs. He is 6-0 in 19.